Harry, this is Geordie Prepper and welcome to today's Wednesday Weekly World News. The first article we're covering is really a warning to all of those in any country really which take an oath of public office. We have a police constable here who committed misconduct in a public office, used resources for his own gains and his own needs, certainly for his own gratification, but these resources were not his to use in that way. Quite rightly felt the weight of the law upon him. Really, this serves as a warning to all of those who are in a public office. You really need to decide whose side you're on. Either you're on the public side and you uphold your oath that you took, or you're going to face the consequences on your trial. Certainly in the future, this is where the warning should take hold with you, and you need to decide now whose side are you on. There's been a large earthquake in China, in Sichuan, and over 100 people trapped, magnitude 6.5. So think about, if you do have earthquakes, if you have tremors in your area, think about, damage to buildings, damage to power grids, damage to all supplies that could come into your property. These are things that can be affected by the earth shifting. So just be aware of this in your preps and basically just prep accordingly. So in the Korean Peninsula, we've got more things kicking off, obviously, more rhetoric, more talk going backwards and forwards. Obviously, again, just prep accordingly and make sure that you conduct drills, both, what the authorities in your area ask you to take part in. So cryptocurrency news now, and they're saying that Bitcoin could go to $100,000 from $3,000 it is today. So in 4 years' time, it could be worth over $100,000. Which, isn't surprising really, considering that fiat currency has absolutely no value other than people being tricked into believe that it does have value. Certainly cryptocurrency could go to any value, really, to be honest. It could go to $1 million per Bitcoin. It's simply the value that we put on it. And we have an article here, the UK Home Secretary, Amber Rudd, she's basically saying that, she doesn't want an end-to-end encryption, which is total baloney. She does. She's saying that she thinks that, there's no market for end-to-end encryption. This is just so out of touch with reality. The fact that we need encryption is because of the attitude of governments. She's saying that, people who use WhatsApp and other end-to-end encryption services, they don't use it for the encryption, they use it because the interface is nice and because it's easy to use. Privacy is the one thing that we do have to hide. If somebody comes up to you and said, well, what have you got to hide? The only thing you need to say to them is, I'm hiding my privacy, because it's the one thing that they'll never take from us, and it's the one thing that we'll never ever give up.